What up, guys? Welcome back to Uncomfortable Conversations. We are back with another episode today. This time it's just gonna be a duo on this particular episode right here.
What's up, y'all? It's David again.
He back.
I'm back.
He back.
I'm back.
But we finna get into this episode. This episode is gonna be titled "Us versus Us," and the reason I came up with this topic for this episode is because I feel like it's just a very disconnect in the black community, period. And then also I kind of had like a therapy session with some family members yesterday, and we were all kind of taking ourselves to like that vulnerable place and just having deep conversation about like issues and like how we really feel as far as like trauma, childhood trauma, and just a lot of things just putting on the table. And then with Uncomfortable Conversations too, I normally always go for the entertainment side, even though Uncomfortable Conversations is not just entertainment. It also will get deep on here, and we are bringing out the vulnerability, and you can cry on here, I'm gonna hug you, and we gonna heal, and we gonna make it better. But like I said, we was having that conversation yesterday, so I kind of just want to get into that. I got a couple of little other things on the show what we gonna do today too, but that's kind of like where I want to take this. And that's kind of like where I want to go with it. So, y'all see David's back. So, how do you feel about, when I mean the topic like us versus us, like in particular, like how do you feel like when it comes to like black people, like we the first persons, to tear each other down, we crabs in the barrel. When it comes to family situations, like we the first people to,
I would say
shit on each other.
Family.
Yeah, especially family. We the first person to shit on each other, and we the first person to always, try to be first. You know what I'm saying? Like our ego take over.
Yeah. It's something that all black people have. I don't know what it is, but it's like niggas don't want to see you like doing things that everybody else is doing. Like white people do this shit all the time. White people like General Mills, like Kellogg's, make the same type of cereals and shit, same type of food, just different brands, different ways of making it.
Right.
But ain't nobody saying that Kellogg's copied General Mills or anything. But say a nigga just start doing YouTube and stuff like, oh, that nigga copied me. Oh, I was doing them videos a long time ago. Woo. Oh, he copied another famous Shaky. Yeah, Shaky. Oh, he copied Shaky. Shaky was doing that first. Oh, Folkston was doing that first. He was doing that first. It don't matter who did it first. You making money off of it.
Exactly.
You getting paid, right?
But that's the thing.
Who matters who do it? We always berating each other for that. Everybody be on the same wavelength. But when it comes to black
people can't do it. All black people, like with us, it's like we can't share ideas, we can't share resources, we can't help. You got one person doing one thing and another person got a whole other perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas be gatekeeping
shit. Like, and saving face too.
Motherfuckers gatekeep a hat. Motherfuckers will go to Macy's, some type of shit, be like, oh, where you get this hat? Oh, I can't tell you, bro. It's exclusive. This that new. I don't know where you got it, but niggas ain't gonna tell you where they got it from. They just gonna wait for you to look it up, and then they'll be like, oh, bro, you copied me. I was wearing that drip before you. You're like, bro, that shit don't mean nothing. Everybody gonna wear the same thing, because at the end of the day, you're a consumer.
Right.
Some's gonna catch your eye where you're gonna be like, all right, I want to put money into that business.
Right.
But it's crazy how black people are like, oh, well, that business has already been done. We always trying to. I kind of like that about us, but I don't like that about us, because it's like,
why you like that about us?
Because I like the instance of us being able to be like, all right, we got to create something new. We got to be on a new wavelength. But then again, I kind of don't like it because it's like there's other options and other venues for you to be able to get your money.
Yeah, you're right about that.
And you can still go through the same. You just do it differently, like.
But that's the thing though. It's like when you go to the store, and people say that all the time, and this is just so cliche. That like when you go to the store, there's plenty of loaves of bread, and they all not the same, but they all there to get sold. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when it comes to black people, far as like creating something different versus supporting something, I feel like that's two different things. Because when it comes to us, we don't support shit at all unless it's a trend or it's popular, and we don't go hard for a particular family member as we would go hard for the other based on standard circumstances or how we feel like somebody should treat us. Because when somebody too independent or somebody too on that shit, or just when somebody have a different perspective on life or have different morals or different views, it don't always coincide with what we feel or what we think should be how we live our life. So therefore we push them away and feel like, okay, I don't feel like we align. But at the end of the day, it's like, why can't black people get in the same room, have these particular conversations, pour everything out, get vulnerable, and try to fix the issue versus escalate the issue?
Honestly, I can't even sit here and contemplate or tell you what the answer is, because it's like, and motherfuckers just don't. Everybody want to be their own person, which is cool and all. None saying there's nothing wrong with that, but everybody want to make it seem like they better than everybody. That's the only way I can articulate it. Like, people just feel like, oh, like, I'm better than you. I should be able to do this. I should be able to do what you do.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think slavery did that? Like, put so much trauma and like ego and fear into us that it make us just naturally feel like we should be better than somebody or be ahead? You feel like that's just society, and they just feel like the customs of the white man or just anything.
I think it's generational, stemming down from slavery. That all that stuff can be passed down generationally, whether we think about it or not.
Mm-hmm.
You know, being afraid of the police, that was passed down generationally.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's like the best example. Being afraid of the police, that was passed down generationally. You know, anything can be passed down generationally, in my opinion. So it just depends on how you move with it. Cause really, it's really just, cause I'm thinking about it, but then it's like I can't even sit here and articulate where to even start or how to say it, because like we would have to all have a collective sit down. Like, every black person in the world would have to sit down, and we would have to be like, all right, where did this come from? We would have to have a sit down. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but we would have to have literally every black person in America sit down in a
they try to fix the problem. They try to heal.
Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of disconnects, because you know, there's black people, and then I'm not trying to be funny, but there's niggas. Black people and niggas.
With a lot, but I feel like when niggas is basically a mindset.
It is a mindset.
I feel like,
and that's what niggas don't understand. Niggas, it's a mindset that's been passed down, programmed, passed down into us that we can't shake, because it's like, my family been doing this. Let me just put it into a perspective. So, something that's been passed down. So, like, think about it. People who gangbang, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say they didn't have no options. This is what my family did, right? Then think about it. White people be like, oh, this is my family business. This is what we've been doing for years, type shit.
Mm-hmm.
People be like, oh, this is just something that I'm used to. But sometimes the shit that you used to can be harming you.
Right.
There's a lot of self-harming that a lot of people are doing.
And I like
they
that
don't even know.
I like that you brought that up too, because one situation with PNB Rock, with his whole situation when he passed, when they was at the restaurant, his girl posted the video and everybody was going in on her. And then the thing about it is, the only reason I'm bringing up this situation, because I'm going to where a lot of rich people or a lot of niggas will usually, when they get on, are like the ones that's like really got that high profile, that high status. They usually don't come back to the hood or try to eat in the hood or be around that people. They usually get their money and get the fuck on. So do you feel like people that do that are more smarter than the people that try to go back and help? Because Nipsey Hussle's situation too, he tried to help the hood. Look at him. So it's like, what I'm basically trying to say, can black people really come together and really do that? Or is it always a destined for disaster because of the ego and pride and I want to be first and I don't know what I want to do, so I got to bring you down? You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, and here's how I'm articulating. This is how I would say it, because this is what I saw in the interview from the police. They said that he posted his location and they think that he was the reason. So I want to give his baby mother some some.
I mean, I feel like they both.
But I feel like, but
I
it's
feel like
different.
it's
But I
both
agree.
on them.
But I agree it is both of them because he knows what the situation is and what he's
Yeah.
doing. But it also don't pertain.
And rest in peace,
But it
too.
all rest
No,
in peace
yeah,
to
no
him.
shade.
But we're not
No,
sitting here
yeah.
trying to
Downplay that.
downplay
No.
it because that's actually sad. Black people shouldn't. Famous black people. It don't matter what you was doing in the streets.
Yeah.
But everybody got their karma. But the nigga didn't deserve to die like that in front of
Yeah.
everybody, and then for people to take videos of his body jumping and shaking and shit while
Yeah.
the nigga was bleeding out. And then here's another thing. I might get off topic a little bit, but here's what I want to say. You saw the nigga bleeding out. None of you niggas decided to administer first aid or
Or
try
help
to
Yeah.
stop the bleeding. You niggas just gonna watch him bleed out.
Right. Weird.
That's the type of weird shit that niggas that these
Yeah.
rich people be thinking. They be like,
Us versus us.
why am I coming out to the hood and niggas not showing me love? I'm out here spending money, giving them money so they can eat, you
Right.
know, what type shit, and I'm just showing my face so you know my face card, you know, I may have did some bad shit. You know, everybody do their dirt, but you know, people end up changing. You just gotta allow people to change. But then again, there's some people that are so in the dark and hurt because, you know, of their situation, they feel like they gotta go ahead and, you know, take it from somebody who already got it because it's like, damn, he already sitting there, he lit. Might as well go ahead and get him. That type of shit, we got to get out of
I
that
love that
thinking.
you said that.
We
I
got to
like
get
how you
out.
said
We
that.
got to get out of that mindset where it's like, oh, that nigga got some money. I know I can get a quick lick out of him. But think about it. You just ended another man's life who
Just-
could have gave you more money in your pocket.
Or help
He
you.
could have gave you a job or helped you out or some shit.
Right.
Or even if he did tell you, no, nigga, fuck you, you ain't helped me or that, like, he has the right to tell you that because at the end of the day,
He worked hard for his shit.
he worked
You
hard
did
for
it.
his shit. Everybody works
Exactly.
hard for their own
And
shit.
that's the thing.
And that's the thing. Niggas want to take shit that you worked hard for, and that's what doesn't sit right with me. It's not the
Yeah.
fact that black people
And you just
are
read
killing
my
black
entire
people.
mind when you said that because
It's not
I feel
just
the
black
same
people
way.
killing black people. It's
Yeah.
like, nigga, the nigga is no longer trapping, doing all that. He's doing music, he doing shows and shit.
He got a better
He
lifestyle,
got a better
career,
lifestyle,
he doing better for his family.
He's doing better for his family.
Yeah.
He probably doing a little bit for the community. I'm not saying that he was doing a whole lot because, you know, I ain't gonna sit here and pretend like I know what the nigga was doing.
Right.
But, you know, he might have been giving a little change out to some people, and you just took somebody's breadwinner. Now
Exactly.
somebody's kids ain't eating. Somebody going hungry. His cousin's probably going hungry. You know, somebody was dependent on him. He was a breadwinner, and the thing is that when them type of niggas get in that position, I feel like they should really have some.
Move different.
It's not that move different. I know niggas hate this, but niggas need security. Whether you believe it or not, nigga, you need some type of security. You
But
gotta
you
have
wanna know something?
You gotta have somebody you
I feel
trust.
like-
Somebody you trust. Somebody that
I
can
feel like-
legally hold a gun. Somebody that you love that you know that's not gonna do.
I
no
feel
type
like
of
they
dirty
do
shit
need
to you.
security, they need protection, but at the end of the day, I feel like once you reach a certain status and you on a certain level, I feel like you should move different only because envy is real, and regardless of how the fuck we try to push shit, people always gonna be envious and jealous of shit that they feel like that they can't have because they don't have the same opportunity or they're not in the right position or their situation is different. So they always gonna feel like that, but I don't feel like I'm not taking away from PNB Rock because I'm on that side. I don't feel like nobody life should be taking me because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck how down bad you is. You can't go shoot nobody for shit. That's the thing when I say us versus us. All that jealousy, hate, and all that extra type of shit is like, why are we attacking each other for us trying to progress in life?
Right? You don't see none of these white artists having their friends shoot them up, kill them up. They killing themselves by drugs. Different story.
You are.
But
Another topic.
you don't see that's another topic. But you don't see these white people, these white rappers, these white singers having their families kill each other or whatever, or somebody
Over stupid
or
shit.
somebody over some stupid shit like. Yeah, he could, and here's why I want to address the niggas like, why don't you just give up your jewelry? Nigga, I work for this shit. Fuck, I gotta get this up to you for? Because
Right.
you got a gun in my face. Fuck is you talking about? No. But then again, that's why he probably lost his life, which isn't funny. That shit ain't funny. Niggas shouldn't lose their life because they work for something and you sitting here starving and you don't know what to do. When you could have had a conversation with the nigga, be like, bro, how do I get out of here? You may not have understood what the fuck he was saying, but he probably could have kicked you some game. Or he might have told you to fuck off. At the end of the day, you got to think about this. Like, you coming up on somebody you don't know, you know, doing weird shit. Niggas ain't going to respect you for that. You doing weird shit. I honestly, I think it's weird shit that niggas want to sit here and rob niggas that they know that, I mean, like, black people, like, I feel like that's shitty. You robbing somebody that's really ain't even on the same type of time that he used to be on. Like, and if he is on that type of time, why don't you click up with the people that he don't like and then, you know, do some shit to him that way? Like now you want to make it.
I don't know.
I'm just saying. Like,
I just don't want to put that narrative out there, put that out, because like at the end of the day, like I just feel like we all need to do better.
I mean, I'm not putting the narrative out there, but I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not saying you. I'm just
birds
saying.
of a feather link up.
Yeah.
If you hate somebody, if you hate somebody and somebody else hates you, you gonna like them more because I hate that nigga too. Yeah, that's how them people be like. You getting clicked up and shit. They be like, jealousy and envy is the easiest way to click people up.
You're right, but I feel like the main thing is let's all just, even though we got to really start getting more comfortable talking about the real shit and putting shit out on the table and actually putting out the things that how we really feel versus telling people what the fuck they want to hear and what they want to see, is everybody need to actually come together and get to the main problem and move forward, because at the end of the day, it's enough money, enough food out here for everybody to eat, and it ain't no reason at all nobody should lose their life. It ain't no reason black people got to be against black people or taking stupid shit. And
them change don't mean nothing.
Let it go.
As soon as he take that shit off, it
depreciates.
It depreciates.
And it
you
has
got
no
a chain
value.
that ain't even worth shit.
Exactly.
Like, it was only worth something to him because he worked for it, and now that's why you wanted it. You didn't want it because of the value.
Hell yeah.
You wanted it because that nigga worked for it, and you was mad that he was this nigga out here doing shit that I want to be doing. I gotta go take it from him because I'm like that.
Stupid shit.
I'm like that.
And
that mentality is what's killing all of us.
Yeah.
It's really killing all of us.
You
could be tough. You could be the toughest nigga in the world, but at the end of the day, what they say, the toughest nigga in the world ain't gonna survive.
Right.
A smart nigga gonna out survive the toughest nigga in the world, right?
Right.
Shit, niggas be trying to be tough for camera, and and then next thing you know, niggas getting infamous for doing shit that ain't even really cool. Like, yeah, I can understand you hurting, but you robbing somebody that could have helped you or something. Like, you could have done something a whole different way. You could have gone on a whole different way. You could have been like, bro, like, front me a pack or something, or give him some money to get a pack or something. Like, niggas will work with you, like, if they see you working. They just not gonna give you something.
If people see you trying to help yourself, more than likely the realistic expectation is they gonna try to help you too. But my whole thing is, work hard for your shit. Don't try to be envious. Don't take people's lives for stupid shit that you can go work outside and work for. And then again, like, as a nation as a whole, like, black people, our community, like, we just got to do better at supporting and showing each other real, genuine love. And that just brings me to the next topic. Now, the next topic is love. Do you feel like love is an action word, or do you feel like people saying I love you is just enough? And how do you show forth love? What does love mean to you in particular? I mean, I can go first, or do you want to go first?
You can go first because my ass is gonna fuck you up.
Because what I mean when I say I love you, I feel like love is all about action. I feel like I'm striving for you. I'm motivating you. I'm putting you in position that you can win. I'm always giving you things that's gonna better you as a person. The same way I would do for myself. As much as I believe in me, I believe in you, and my actions gonna show it. Versus you need something, you need help, and even if my circumstances or my situation is not all the way together where I can go the extra mile for you, I'm always try to show some type of effort to show you that I really fuck with you and really care, versus just saying I love you. Because I feel like when you love somebody, you gonna go hard for them privately, publicly, and you really gonna put forth that effort in making sure that you pour your all into them. And I'm not saying pour your all into somebody and they not reciprocating the same energy and giving the shit back. What I'm saying is your surroundings, your circle, whoever you around, period, if you claim you really love somebody, show your love by everybody escalating and elevating and becoming better human beings, versus in the same space sneak dissing, inside stupid ass jokes and shit like that you really mean and you know that's serious. And then versus two, just trying to just shit on every single moment. When I tell you good news, you always got an attitude, or you mad, or you really can't be happy for me, is what I'm saying. And I just feel like that's what real love is to me. What about you?
I want to put it in a way for everybody to understand. I believe love exists between family, really. So I'm not saying that you can't love anybody, but this is how I believe it. Love is really just like it's a chemical that causes us to breathe. I'm not talking about like family, like you because you could genuinely love your family and people that your blood relation.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, just like other people, I feel like love is just a chemical that causes us to breathe. You know, sometimes people be showing that quote unquote fake love, you know, trying to get you to believe that people actually fuck with you when they really don't. Because you know, there's a lot of people that tell you they love you, but they don't really mean it. Niggas be talking behind your back. So here, let me give you an example. I went up to Madison to see my homie and him do a show. Shout out Fred the Black Kid. So I went to see him do a show. We was talking about some people that we went to school with, and he was telling us the white boys that we used to play football with was like basically like all kiki and then showing him love in his face. But then he got word that one of them said that his music was trash and shit, and they was trying to use somebody that we know that to get some influence for him. Was like, let me have bro put you on. And he was like, fuck that, I don't want that, because you know, you feel me, you're not really showing it for like the genuine interest. You're showing it just because you want to be like, oh well, now that your music on, you just finna be like, well, I put you on to the nigga that put you on, even though we all know the same nigga. But you, the shit really is sad, because like love is real, but then again, it's so fake. Love is so fake now that you can't tell what real love is anymore. Like people don't reciprocate that real love like it used to be. Like you could tell when people are in love now. You could really tell when people are in love, because love is so
versus just an image and just something that's just for clout or entertainment or
right. Like some of these celebrity relationships, you be thinking, oh, these people mad in love. No, this should be for image and shit. It'd be the same thing with regular people. A lot of these people be afraid to be alone and be settling with people. And then next thing you know, 5, 10 years, 15 years go by. That's how they end up getting divorced or talking about, oh, I need to find myself, this, and that, and the third. I got married too young, or you know, some. And
you
want
to know something? I think the main problem was that when it comes to love, I just feel like a lot of people pour into people more than they pour into them when it comes to those situations. Because it's like when you give energy to somebody that's really not showing forth or reciprocating that same type of love or energy that you're trying to give, it just puts you. It puts you in a position like you really down bad, because now you in a position
for somebody's love that don't even really want you.
And it's like you don't love yourself enough, or you don't love yourself no more. So it's like my thing is, don't love nobody more than you love yourself, because I just feel like, and the only reason I say this is because you got to put the oxygen mask on you before you can save somebody else, because if not, you gonna die. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
and a lot of people be expecting love to save them. And let me put this in.
And I was saying all celebrity relationships fake. We're not saying everybody relationship fake. We just speaking on certain situations.
That's his opinion. Some of them real.
I ain't saying I don't know, because the only reason I'm not in their life.
I'm just playing devil's advocate. You know, you're trying to be funny, but I do agree. Like, you know, some of them might be real, but some of it really.
I'm just saying basically just what I don't know, because you know we always on the outside looking in, so ain't no telling what the fuck people got going on in their household, what they doing, different type of shit like that. So I'm just saying, that's just my opinion. But I feel what you saying, as far as like, I can see stuff from your perspective why you say that, because people do project a certain persona and image on social media, and then they put all that. It don't even be like that in real life.
You be like, bro, this ain't even the real you. You ever see somebody you know post something, you be like, bro, that's not even you.
All the time. I see a lot of actors. Hell yeah, like all the fucking time, bro. Like dead real shit, like dead ass. Like a lot of people, like I really know that's not them. Like people I know, people I don't know. Like you can feel like it don't even give off the same vibe or the energy. Like you know, you really just. I just scroll past it. Like I don't pay attention to it like that. I just be like, yeah, it's not giving.
it's not giving. Like it's not giving. Like what?
It ain't giving that. It ain't giving that at all. But for the whole point is, yeah, I just feel like love is more action than it is, and it's shown for more so with action than it is with somebody just saying physical words, because physical words are just words without you actually doing it. And it's like, I don't feel like you really necessarily can take somebody serious when they saying shit like that, because at the end of the day, it's like, I mean, you say one thing and then you doing another. So it's like, at this point, I don't even know how you taking yourself serious.
Right.
And that's just my take, you know?
I agree.
But at the end of the day, I mean, everybody got their own definition of what love is.
So we all gonna respect your decision, but like, you gotta understand that you gotta, I ain't saying you gotta put up walls and stuff, but you gotta make sure that you know that you in love. Like, you know, you can't just be playing with people's hearts and stuff like that. You know, I'm not even interested in that. When I'm not feeling somebody and I know I'm starting to feel like I'm playing with their heart, I start to feel a type of way, because it's like, damn, I fuck with you, but I don't really fuck with you. It's like you like the attention. That's really what I feel like a lot of people are. It's not really love that you're attracted to, that I'm giving you. You're attracted to the attention you give me, because you're not really reciprocating the love that I'm reciprocating to you. You're just attracted to the energy and the attention I'm giving you. And that's what a lot of people are infatuated these days, the attention.
Mm-hmm.
The attention spans of everybody these days have fucking dropped. You can't hold nobody's attention for shit.
Hell yeah. People are not present.
Especially dating, like, you can't hold nobody's attention unless they really fuck with you. So you just gotta start figuring out, like, does this person really fuck with me? Like, it don't matter if it could be family. Like, does this person really fuck with me? You gotta start.
And I just feel I just feel like you know that by the actions.
You gotta be able to feel. You gotta be able to feel in your intuition that.
Because think about it, David. Because think about it. Versus, think about me. Versus, if I say I fuck with somebody and I never really show them any type of shape or form that I really fuck with them. Meaning, like, let's say they got a show, or let's say they got something going on, or just not just material, financial, or any business avenues, or they tell me they got something deep going on, and I just brush them off and act like I really don't give a fuck. Do I really love them?
Nah.
Versus me going the extra mile in those areas for somebody that I really fuck with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, like, just saying, like, say you got a business, like he just said, say you got a business and you invite your people over and be like, oh, I'm having a seminar, come out, you know, I'm about to have a whole bunch of people, you know, only the people that you looking to talk to show up, but none of your family show up, or people that you fuck with. That shit feels some type of way. And I'm only saying that because I'm in that position.
I feel like you should feel some type of way, because I feel like at the end of the day, it's like, if people claim they love you and they're not going hard for you or striving for you, then you should feel some type of way. I feel like everybody should take it personal, because it is personal to take. Because if you surrounded by certain people, why are y'all not elevating together?
Right. Like, why am I trying to elevate by myself? But if you were trying to elevate, you'd be like, bro, help me out. Can you do this? Can you talk to this person?
Right.
Can you send out this flyer? Can you show this video? Put this on your Snap or whatever? You know, that type of shit. And I'm gonna just say this because I've done this before. Like, I've asked, like, oh, can you shout me out for my insurance and shit? I ain't never heard not a goddamn thing back.
Right.
But let them say, oh, bro, let me shout me out. Put this up. I just did this clip. You know, put this on your Snap.
Right.
I'll be the first person to put that on your Snap, but I don't even be thinking about that. But then it's like, I'm showing you love, but you're not showing me love. Why am I helping you progress and you're not helping me progress? I'm sitting here in the same spot that you in, trying to help you, but you're not trying to help me. It's like people really aren't moving off love. People are moving off selfish
intent. Yeah.
I wouldn't say selfish intent, because I feel like you could have a selfish intent without thinking about it.
Yeah, I can see that. I know what you mean.
I feel like you can. Mm-hmm. But then again, you are also conscious that you are also doing something selfish.
Right.
You may not feel a type of way. That just make you a psychopath, in my opinion. But because if you can't tell that you're doing somebody wrong when you're doing it, and it don't make you feel some type of way when you're doing something wrong, like, it don't matter. You could feel like you in the right, but if your brain or if your intuition ain't telling you something about this feel off, there's something wrong with you. And it's a lot wrong with people these days. Like, people aren't able to admit their faults, and then when you try to point them out, I'm not saying you gotta be on people's heels and be like, oh, you suck at this and that, you was doing this and that. because you also got to be able to dish what you can take. If you're gonna tell somebody what they not doing, you better be able to handle what they gonna say, because at the end of the day, they're gonna come back at your ass and be like, oh, well, you didn't do this, and that, and you sitting over here lecturing me. You can't throw stones
in the glass house. All right, let's get into this next topic. All right, our next topic. Now we about to get into the bed. You already know we got to get into the sex topics, because y'all know we love to talk about the sex. We love to get nasty on the show. Y'all know that the nasty part here, unless I'm talking about it. Alright. Okay. Now I want to get into sex. I had two type of things that I really wanted to get on. I wanted to talk about love languages, and then also I kind of wanted to get into sexuality versus like men and women when they trying to like be open and be confident in their sexuality, versus somebody trying to demasculate you, or as a woman call you a slut or a hoe. And where I'm going with that is, you have nowadays social media, and a lot of people now, you know what I'm saying, you see BBLs, you see asses all down social media, Instagram, whatever, and then you see a lot of people on OnlyFans, niggas, bitches, and everybody just, you know, and they or an element of just not giving no fuck, and you know, just really just going hard for, like, you know, they self, and you know, they circumstances, and they getting their money based on, you know, just doing certain content, or you know, posting certain type of things. But what I want to get into is this: if a guy decides, because I do got a couple naked pictures on Instagram or whatever like that, and I'm the type of person, I really don't, you know, think too much or too deep on that, because I feel like I'm like sexually confident in myself.
I would say something. As your cousin, who's seen that, I ain't gonna sit here and say like I already know you confident in your sexuality, but it's like, oh,
it's a little wild.
It's not wild. It's just like, oh, okay. It's not. It's just like, all right. I ain't mad at him. I wouldn't do it, but shit, go ahead and get your money off of it. I can't sit here and be mad at you. I ain't gonna lie. Me and Martin used to be like, what? Cuz posting naked pictures, he good? Like, I mean, if you making money off of it, I can't sit here and look. You got OnlyFans, man or woman, I can't sit here and be mad at you. If you making money, good. If you ain't making no money, that's a fucking problem. Get off
Right.
OnlyFans. So I don't sit here and discriminate people when they like, oh, I want to do OnlyFans, or I want to post what they want to post. It's just like, just know who your content is supposed to be. It's just like,
Know your audience.
Just know your audience. Just know, like me, you ain't gonna. I ain't gonna like that picture. I'm gonna be like, cuz definitely a model. But that ain't something that I'm gonna like. That's something I'm gonna keep scrolling though. I'm gonna keep scrolling. Type shit.
Okay, but let
But
me
it's
ask
like-
you this. That brings me to this. I got a couple scenarios or whatever. Okay. If a male decides to post his ass on the internet, or he posing in a very type of, it may be provocative, or you know, not even maybe, it is provocative, or it may be some type of, you know, do you demasculate a guy versus posting naked pictures on social media versus a female? Do you look at it different, or do you feel like men should have to carry themselves a certain type of way? Or do you feel like people should do what they want to do? Or do you feel like it's okay to express your sexuality? Because when we go back into like certain type of traditional times, like look at like Prince. Like Prince was wild. Prince was a wild boy.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, you got a lot of niggas too, you know, even though showing abs and showing chest and shit like that, like, I mean, that ain't like nothing special. I mean, none of the shit ain't that special.
It depends
But I'm just
on who your
saying.
target audience is. Who is it for? Are you trying to attract the women on your page, or are you just trying to show off your body? Because at the end of the day, I ain't gonna lie, I'm one of them niggas. When I was in the gym, I used to post a bunch of shirtless pictures, and it wasn't just because I wanted you to. It wasn't just because I wanted the women to see. Definitely, I wanted the women to see, but I wanted you to show, like, yo, like I'm really in this. Like it was. So honestly, I don't sit here and berate people about what they post, because at the end of the day, I just don't like it.
Do you feel like it's feminine? Do you feel like it's feminine for a nigga to be like so like in tune with like social media, like posting like pictures of like him being naked and like doing certain shit? Do you feel like, do you demasculate a man for those particular things, or do you feel like, or it just depends?
It depends on what you're doing it for. Are you, like I said, it depends on what you're doing it for, because I don't really I don't know what people's interest is in other people's sexuality and whether they gay or not. Like that shit really is not none of my fucking business. I really don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't bothering me.
Mm-hmm.
So why am I gonna be pressed about you posting? I'm just gonna be like, damn, this nigga wildin'. I'm gonna keep scrolling.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep scrolling because it's like, why do
Some
I gotta
people got
sit here?
different
Why do I
perspectives.
gotta sit here and demasculate another man about some shit that ain't got nothing to do? You a grown man. The fuck is up? What am I sitting over here, projecting what I think you should be doing onto you, because like I just ain't gonna do it.
Right.
You confident in your body? You wanted people to see what you look like? Shit, you never know. That type of photo could get you a modeling gig, or some type of shit, or it might get you a shorty.
Okay. Enough about me. I got another scenario. Let's say a guy, a Marion brother, Orion or whatever like that. I was watching this interview on Lip Service, and they was just like, your brother be out here, doing jumping jacks and shit, like with his dick, like flying out, like he really be doing like jumping jacks and shit like that. And they was like, how you feel about your brother doing shit like that? Like, do you feel like it's a little odd or it's like dweebish? And they was just like going into it.
It could be odd. It could be odd to me, but I ain't gotta sit here and.
It don't got nothing to do with you, right?
It ain't got nothing to do with you,
so you're not worried about it. Omarion was like, he was like, basically, just kind of what I said, but just like in his own form, he was just like, basically like, I mean, the same way women express their sexuality versus be an ass pick, or they showing pussy or showing cleavage or whatever they showing or whatever like that to like get attraction or get attention. Niggas are the same way when it comes to expressing themselves, and everybody express themselves differently in different ways.
Listen to that. Niggas be doing the same shit that these bitches be doing.
They do.
The apple don't fall too far from the tree.
It don't.
So,
because everybody got emotions.
Men be like, oh, women be doing this and that. And it'd be niggas that be doing the same shit, trying to get attention from all the other pick-me's and whoever they fucking want. So honestly, do what makes you happy, but don't expect people to be able to understand what you're doing or not.
I like that she said that. I like that she really said that. You said,
like,
do what makes you happy. Don't expect people to understand what you're doing all the time. And
right.
that'd be a lot of people's problem. Like, y'all want to expect people to really understand what you're doing.
I'm not saying to sit here and be like, oh, if somebody come in your DMs and try to get on your heels about what you're doing, and be like, yeah, stand up for you and be like, what the fuck?
Don't let nobody disrespect you.
Don't let nobody disrespect you, but be like...
But don't expect people to jump on your bandwagon when they really don't understand. Don't take it personal.
Don't take it personal because it's like it's coming from a mindset where it's like,
you see,
I don't do that. Why are you doing that? I've known you for this amount of time. Nigga, what you doing? Stop doing all that shit.
Right.
Stop posting that shit.
And you got a different vision.
And you got a different vision.
But
that's the problem.
Yeah.
You got to understand your vision might be bigger than somebody's shit. You never know. Like I said, that modeling pic that you posted or whatever might get you a modeling gig.
Right.
You never know. Some of these, especially in the age of social media, a picture might make you famous. Shit.
Hell yeah, I mean, anything nowadays can make you famous. Look at that period shit. That stupid ass shit they be doing.
No, that is different.
that is the dumbest shit.
No, that was different. Let me explain this to us because I saw a video.
And we're not going to go too deep into this because I do got something else.
Right.
Yeah.
But a lot of black people, we don't even be liking these videos. We be giving it comments and likes and shit because we be laughing at them. We not trying to give you no props. You
no
just
clout
say no cool points. We laughing at you.
Mm-hmm.
I want to sit here and say that period eye girl, you may be getting some coins, but bitch, we is laughing at you. That shit is not funny.
She know that shit.
But the thing is they be. But we're not gonna go into it.
Yeah, we ain't gonna go into all that. We just gonna let that slide and let that be what it is. I mean, she sucked me and I got into it because I mean it was just funny to like how she looked but we ain't gonna get into all that.
Bitch, you look goofy. You look fucking goofy.
Anyway, let's get into this next thing. I want to talk about different type of love languages. Your love languages. Do you feel like your love language is 1, buying gifts, next, communication, another one, intimacy, physical touch, extreme sex, or mind captivating, for example, intelligence?
before I answer this question,
Mhm.
can you tell me what a love language is? I want to sit here and tell you, I've seen this on Tinder,
Mhm.
Hinge, whatever fucking dating site,
I feel like-
or in person, and women will be like, "What's your love language?" What is that? Please tell me. Please explain before I even get into the subject, or please explain to
Your
me
love
what that
language.
is.
Your love language basically is something. It's basically something that makes you feel appreciated. It makes you feel like you love, basically.
Oh, okay,
That's
okay,
what
okay.
it does. It makes you feel like you're appreciated. So it's basically something that you into, or something that really makes you feel like complete, or or fulfilled, or make you feel like somebody like really care, they really fuck with you. And versus the shit that I was just saying, like, do you feel like when you with a female, can y'all go gift for gift? Or, do you feel like you got to be with a female that's more on the communication side versus your love language is, do y'all have to talk about everything? Does everything have to be a conversation? Do you guys have to, talk about a lot of stuff, have conversation? And then as far as intimacy, I mean, on a level of intimacy is more than just, sex and physical touch and things like that. It's, y'all being able to, like, get deeper with each other, and connect, like real soul ties type shit. And then also, physical touch is just regular physical sex. Is it just like we just getting this nut off? You know what I'm saying? You just trying to, fuck, or you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Or mind captivating, far as like, are you more, your love language is more attracted to somebody's mind and intelligence, the way that they talk. Or the way that they, and what I mean by the way that they talk, basically the same thing as communication, but like far as like where they mind at is and where they want to be probably 5 years from now, or different shit like that,
Well, let me sit here and say this conversation is about to get interesting, because I would have to sit here and say, out of all the information that you gave me based on what you said,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even be able to tell you what my love language is, because at the end of the day, I haven't even found something where I would even consider like, all right, yeah, maybe this is like, I can't sit here and tell you, like, I haven't been in a relationship since I was in high school. I can flirt and get any girl I want, but it's like I don't. It's like, man, it's hard to say what your love language is when you really haven't been around love that you feel like that you want it. You feel me? Like,
Okay, let me ask you this then. What do you prefer? If you were to say in a perfect world or in a fairy tale world for David, what would you prefer your love language to be, as far as like in those aspects, as far as communication, physical touch, intimacy, you know what I'm saying? Like any mind captivating type things, buying gifts, like different shit like that. Like in a perfect world, if you could have your whole fairy tale, your dream world, like draw it out and mapped out, and you make it come to life. Like, how the fuck would you feel? Like, you know what I'm saying?
all right, well,
In particular.
that's a little bit better. So, all right, here's what I would say. My fairy tale of what I would actually think of my love language would be.
Mhm.
It definitely would have to be a mix between communication and mind captivating. I have to be captivated. There's something about your energy that has to captivate me to want to be like, yes, this is somebody I want to be around all the time.
Right.
And it's easy to say physical touch is one. I'll put that at the very last, but intimacy, yeah, definitely is. It can't just be around physical. Like we gotta have some type of connection deeper than just. Like it could even be like the smallest thing is like the same TV show. Like I gotta be able to connect with you in some other way than just me putting my dick in your vagina. You feel me? Like I can't just be like. I can't just be captivated by sex. It's like, I don't know. I don't need you for that. I don't want you for that. If I want somebody that I want to love and be with, I want somebody that can captivate me. Give me that intimacy to make me think. Make me.
This off topic. Do you believe in self-pleasing, or do you believe in semen retention? I'm just asking. We don't gotta go deep in this. I just asked you because I'm trying to just go off what
Are you
said.
asking if I beat my meat all the time, or are you asking?
I
Are you asking like?
I mean, I am, but I'm not. I'm just saying, do you believe either or? I'm just saying, like, or do it don't matter? Because I mean, I believe
It don't matter.
whatever.
If I want to beat my shit, I'm finna beat my shit. I'm just being honest. If I want to beat my shit, I'm finna beat my shit.
Oh, okay, but I mean, I was just asking that because
No,
based on what
you
you
right,
said
you
with
right.
physical touch. So that's why I just said you like I don't need you for that shit. So that's why I just said.
Nah, yeah.
That's why I asked that question.
you're like, yeah, you.
I mean, no, I'm just saying because I feel the same way. Like at the end of the day, like you don't want to just be trying to just fuck on anything and fuck everybody in the fucking world and
Energy
shit like that.
transfer is
And
real.
yeah, it is. And then the sex all the time, it don't really be given the way that I mean, it sound good in the inbox, but at the end of the day, like you get with somebody you ain't got a chemistry with, or y'all really don't got that vibe for real.
It's just sex.
It's just sex, but and then it don't do nothing for you. You like I could have like.
I could have just beat my meat.
You're right. You
I
could do
coulda
some
just
other
beat my
shit. I'm just saying.
But really is the only reason why I say like the love language is hard for me is because like I said, it's just that I feel like I actually want to be in love. So when I know I'm in it, I would be able to do.
Are you more monogamous than like anything, or do you feel like you don't know yet?
I really don't know because like I said, like I don't just want to give like a vibe to everybody. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Your energy ain't for everybody. You feel me? You just
Right.
can't. I don't know. So I never understood hookup culture. So, but it's just so much that goes into it because it's like now we treading in the water. It's like, man, do you really know what you want at the end of the day? Because like basically me answering this question is basically me saying I don't know what I want in a woman. Or my love language is. I've never been able to experiment or be.
Yeah, in particular.
But
like you said, in the perfect world, more so to be communication and mind captivated type.
Yeah.
Type. I feel that. I feel like for me personally, I feel like mine would be kind of similar to yours. Communication, mind captivating, because I just feel like I agree. It's about energy and it's a vibe, and I feel like we can't have no particular dialogue about something. I don't feel like it'll go nowhere because you could be cute, fine, and all that shit, but it's like that shit get boring. You know what I'm saying? Like
so that goes for me too.
That shit get lame.
If I can't sit here and have a conversation with you, you gonna want to leave too. You like, oh, this nigga ain't about nothing. Only thing he can do is dig me down.
Right. I agree. I feel that. So, last thing, these two scenarios. Do you think I'm spilling shit. Do you ever feel like, from your perspective or your point of view, do you feel like men or women get intimidated in the bedroom? I said, do you feel like men get intimidated in the bedroom? Do you feel like women get intimidated in the bedroom?
I don't think women do. I think men do a lot because we trying to outdo the nigga that's already.
So basically, what you saying? You feel like it's a dick measuring contest?
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah, because you want to be able to say I dicked her down better than you.
Oh, okay.
You know that. Let's just sit here and be honest. Like you want to be able to be like, oh my god. Dude,
Do you feel like a lot of men have? Do you feel like a lot of guys have insecurity or low self-esteem versus them may have a smaller penis versus having a bigger one when it comes to a female?
Honestly, yeah, and then again, I don't understand it is because how can you control something that was genetically given to you? You got a small dick, it is what it is. You better learn how to make that motherfucker work. Because it'd be women that tell you that this niggas with big dicks that don't know how to work.
Right. I feel that it is women.
I mean, so it's all about really what I feel like it's really what you into. If your partner, it don't matter if you just fucking for the night or fucking on a regular. If you can't please your partner, I feel like sex is just sex. You feel it really is really y'all just getting a nut off. Really, There's really nothing to it. So
and sometimes it could be hard to get that nut off because at the end of the day, like I said, if y'all got that chemistry and that vibe, like you just be pumping. You know what I'm saying? And it's like y'all take both probably take one person. I don't know. Sometimes they get that nut first. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you get your nut first, and then you be like, I don't know what's going on. It's just a lot going on. It's just wild.
This shit is weird because it's like, man, you don't. That's really all I feel though. It's really a dick measuring contest. Niggas be trying to outdo the last man that didn't hit it. And truth be told, Shorty don't even give a fuck. She just getting her brains blocked. So you winning at the end of the day because at the end of the day you still got the draws, right? She still let you fuck, right?
I can feel that.
Because at the end of the day, you had to have some type of attraction. People like, oh, that shit was weak. Her pussy was weak. That dick was weak. You still fucked, right? You fucked him, right?
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, so I ain't trying to hear that.
I agree. I feel that. Well, that concludes this episode of Uncomfortable Conversations. I gotta thank the homie, bro, Cuz, for coming on the show. It was lit. We had a good conversation tonight. And make sure y'all tune in. Like I said, trying to stay consistent, trying to stay frequent, and a lot more coming, a lot more guests coming. A lot of shit, and putting into existence. Hopefully, one day this shit will be a TV show, and we're just gonna put that out there and manifest that into the world. But that includes this episode of Uncomfortable Conversations.
You'll see us all on TV one day.
Definitely will. Definitely gonna see us on TV. Make sure y'all continue to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit those bell notifications and stay tuned for Uncomfortable Conversations.
Appreciate y'all having me.
It's lit. It's a wrap.